thank you.
Now, how about your singing voice, actually? Let's just do this. What about your singing voice, if you were going to liken it to any animal?
I think I got the singing voice of a werewolf.
Of a werewolf?
I can't even say werewolf. I always get problems with that one. Werewolf.
It's a funny one, isn't it? But it's an image and something for us to think about during the course of the interview.
I could just about talk, let alone sing.
Yeah, singing is a scary thing. It makes you sort of have to reveal yourself, a bit of you that you don't usually in daily life. It should be nothing, but it should just be like talking, but slightly different. But somehow it isn't, is it?
After a few sherries, I'm all right, I reckon.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens this afternoon when you've had a cup of coffee and see if it matches up to being like a werewolf. In the introduction, we should say, winner of Big Brother 2010. You have been popping up on all different kinds of daytime television shows.
Thank you.
You're here with your slimline figure, Bristol lass Josie. Actually, I was expecting that you might come along with your cardboard cutout, because I've seen a picture of you carrying a life-size model of you before you lost all the weight.
I know no one likes to show off, but it's a good way to show it off. And
it does.
Actually, looking at the cardboard cutout when I was a very large lady was really quite inspiring. You don't realise how much weight you've lost until you're looking at a cardboard cutout of yourself. Is mad.
How much weight have you lost then? What size were you?
Well, I've lost 5 dress sizes in about 6 months. So I started off at a size 20 on the bottom, about an 18 on top, and so I've lost 5 dress sizes in 6 months. It's quite good going.
That's very good going.
Yeah.
And so when you were in Big Brother and people have sort of first started to see you then, what size were you then?
I was on the verge of nearly 17 stone.
17 stone?
Yeah, and I always say to people, not even heavyweight boxers or that. I don't, but it's so like I think everybody's built differently, and I think you could eat something, I could eat something, and I'll pile the pounds on. Is that everyone's built differently, but I've really got to work hard at staying trim. It's been a constant battle ever since I was about 6, and I realised I could put my hand up for seconds in my primary school lunches.
So what, gradually the weight, just as it does for lots of people, it just kind of crept up?
Yeah, and it creeps up on you, and then you get to a point where you feel like it's just too late. You've got too much to lose, and you can't do anything about it. But in actual fact, it was only 6 months out of my life, and I actually really enjoyed it.
So what was your weakness then, apart from asking for seconds, or was that it?
I think weakness is, I believe now I was a sugar addict. I think I drank every weekend. I still like a drink now, but obviously I know I've got to work it off at the gym, and I didn't like going to the gym. I didn't like working out, but now I find a system that really helps me, and I don't have to slog it out in the gym for hours.
Drink's an interesting one, because I don't think many people realise, the large glass of white wine that you might have, maybe the equivalent to a large bowl of pasta. Somehow, because it's liquid, it's different.
Yeah.
But it isn't in terms of calories, is it?
No, and we're tricked into thinking like people drink orange juice thinking that it's healthy for you and it's laced with sugar, and it's like there's so much hidden sugar in all these different processed foods. And I talk about processed sugar, so not get it confused with natural sugars, and it's so dangerous, and it's like trickery every time you go to the supermarket. I just try and stay out of the middle aisles, where they just lace it with all the sugar and all the processed sugar, because it's just you would look for things I used to look for things with no fat, which I was doing completely wrong. I should have been looking at the sugar content. Well,
It's the two things, isn't it? Fat and the sugar. Was it something that actually bothered you though? Because it doesn't bother everyone being overweight.
I think, they say it doesn't bother them, but I bet it does really. It did really bother me, really, really bother me. Like, sometimes you just go to sleep and you just wake up thinking, right, I'm going to start the diet tomorrow. I'm going to start this diet tomorrow. Every night it was. And I'd wait, I think I'm not going to eat tomorrow, which is absolutely the wrong way around it. But I wish, I kick myself every day because I wish I'd have done it sooner. I've took all my best years away. I haven't, my life's just begun now and I do enjoy my life, but I took my best years away being overweight.
And it sounds like it preoccupied quite a bit of your thinking. Because you don't have to be losing weight for it to be preoccupying quite a large amount of your brain space and head space and thinking, tomorrow should be the day when I don't eat this much or when I don't eat that. And that's quite all-consuming, isn't it, when it sort of takes over in that way? Yeah, and then you just get depressed because you haven't done it, so you eat more, and it's like a vicious cycle. And it's like a downward sort of spiral. And anybody who's overweight, and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about, it's hard, and you think that you just think that you've reached a point where you just can't get it off, where in actual fact it's actually quite easy to get off. It's just all about educating yourself. Did you reach a particularly low point?
Oh, when I was overweight?
Yeah.
Oh, quite a few times, yeah. Yeah, I'd always keep it to myself, but Yeah, quite a few times, especially when I come out of Big Brother house and all the media attention that I got just surrounding my weight.
What kind of media attention?
Well, like I've been called a few things, and like I joined Twitter, and I just used to get it all the time. But
so kind of online social networking, where people post.
They're all on there. But the thing is, I'm so glad that they did what they did now. And I was in a bar once, and this bloke come up to me and went, "Oh, you're Josie, you're that big bird from Big Brother, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "You'd be so pretty if you just lost a bit of weight." And that all stuck with me.
God, how did that make you feel?
Well, at the time, like rubbish. But now I think to myself, do you know what? You're one of my biggest motivators.
Because you thought, actually, I can do this, and I don't want to be what you think I look like.
Yeah.
I want to be something else.
Yeah, so all those haters and stuff, they were actually my biggest motivators in the end. So.
It takes a time to turn it round, though, because I think even if you've got a thick skin, if someone hits the nail on the head with you, to open a message where someone's posted something about your appearance and it's really personal and you know that a part of it might be true, that's going to kick you right there, isn't it?
Oh, it did. It really, really did. When I first came out of the house, I wasn't ready for it. And because fame and it's not something I ever thought or dreamed that would happen to me. My life really happened by accident, really. It's quite funny, but so I just wasn't ready for it. So when they did start grilling me about my weight, it really, really hurt. But obviously I didn't admit it at the time, but it really
Who
did
did
hurt.
you go to then? Do you get help from people after the show, or was it friends and family?
You get a bit of help after the show, and you can speak to somebody if you want, but you don't want to go around speaking to people about your problems. I'm not one of those people anyway. I just get on with it. But at the time it really hurt, but I'm just so glad now I've done it. I feel like my life's just begun. I've done something about it finally.
So these pictures, these comments, nasty things that people said and wrote about you, actually they prompted you to get stuck in and do something about it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I want to thank every single one of them.
Well, that's a big thing to do. It really is. So how have you done it then?
I found this system, and I hate grueling it out in the gym for hours. I'm not a gym bunny, but now I'd like to say I am really. But I found this system where what you do is you go flat out working out for 30 seconds, and you bring your heart rate right up until you're like at that point, and then what you do is what I've done on my DVD. No, not quite. But what I've done, so you go at it for 30 seconds. Then what I've done on my DVD is I've bought in an active rest, but it's not really a rest. Is toning. So what you do, you're bringing your heart rate right up, and then you're bringing it back down, and then you have an active rest for like 10 seconds, and then another sharp interval training where you're bringing your heart rate right up, and then you bring it back down. And that is the best way, most effective, scientifically proven way to lose weight.
Okay, and you have the help of a good fit trainer?
I have, yeah. Oh, James Stark, he's very fit. He's a Bristol boy. He's played Clifton, so I wanted to keep it local, obviously.
And you have we'll come on to all of this because we'll play a song in a minute. But you've also got a DVD out which is doing incredibly well. In fact, it's beaten Davina's off the top spot. I just wonder what has been the reaction of friends and family and other people when you lose weight? Because I know I speak to friends who've lost weight, and actually sometimes not everyone is hugely supportive. I don't know, they kind of think that you might change in some way, and it does change things a bit. Have you noticed that? Yeah, like it is weird. Like, it is funny how losing weight can totally change how somebody sees you. Like people have said, not people that know me, but they go, "You're different." I'm still the same person. I'm just like half that person now. And then so you get some friends that go, "Oh, you've lost too much. You want to put some weight back on." No, that's because you ain't got a fat friend to go on holiday with anymore. That's what it is. But otherwise, my friends have been really, really supportive, and they're so glad I've actually done it because I'm so happy now. So what do you say to those? I mean, what happens? Do you keep those friendships, or do they kind of fall along the wayside a bit? No, because they're just used to. Even my auntie said it. She said, I don't want you to lose any more weight. And I think they're just so used to seeing you big your whole life, that they just take some bit of time to get used to it. One of the other, we mentioned weight and that being a really big challenge that you faced. I also saw in one of your interviews that you said that being in Big Brother, that actually saved you from the sorts of things and the path that Amy Winehouse ended up on. Oh yeah, it was a nightmare. I used to go out every weekend and just like cane it, but I was like... When you say cane it, what does that actually mean? I just used to go, I didn't ever want the party to stop. I was a party animal, so I could go on for days. What, drinking? Yeah. Drugs? Well, I've been having a very good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been. I've been naughty, but I tell you what, I've done a few things in my life, but there's no better high than feeling fit and healthy and releasing those endorphins, going to doing my workouts now. There's no better high than that.
I believe you, actually. I can see it in your face. We'll play a song and then we'll come back and talk some more. This is The Move, Flowers in the Rain. Past 2, The Move, Flowers in the Rain. It's the afternoon show with me, Laura Rawlings, in conversation with Josie Gibson, winner of Big Brother 2010, and also someone who's lost an incredible amount of weight and whose DVD, her fitness DVD, is actually outselling Davina McCall's, which for a long time has been one of the most popular ones, and one of the most popular ways for people to get fit at home. Josie, I just wonder, because we've talked about how much your life has changed, you know, what it was like before being in Bristol, going into Big Brother, doing all of that, finding fame completely by chance. It just completely gets turned upside down, then losing all of this weight. Obviously, there's money to be made from marketing yourself and doing the DVD and all of that stuff. Is it hard making your body the focus of the public's attention in the way that you have to?
No, not really, because I don't have to do it. But I'm so proud of it, because I know that it's helping other people. And people have bought my DVD. I get in tweets every 5 minutes saying they've lost £7 this week, they've lost £4 this week. So if that's helping other people, then no, I'm really, really proud of it.
And what about the other aspects of your life, sort of ending up being in the spotlight, in the limelight? Is it easy to manage what people know, what they don't know? You know, because you've been through relationship breakups, the whole shebang.
Well, I don't know if you know, I'm from a small town called Yate, so if somebody knows you've blown off before, you do. So, I don't really mind people talking about me. It's never ever bothered me my whole life.
Yeah, well, it's a funny way of looking at it, isn't it? How you can come from somewhere small and everyone knows everything, and so just actually being national is not that big a difference.
I didn't know how to put it, so sorry about that.
I think you've summed it up absolutely perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. What do you want to do next then? After this, you've got your DVD out. What are you hoping for next?
I really, really want to help other people to lose weight, because I know it's just such an amazing feeling, and I've got a system now that really, really works. So I really would like to go down the route of like helping other people lose weight. I know they've got my DVD out there, but I don't know. There's things in the pipeline that's been talked about. But
what's in this pipeline?
Well, it's definitely not going ahead yet. So we always do this. I go, I might do this. So,
you tease us and then you tell it and you can't tell us.
Yeah, but I got a clothing range coming out.
Have we?
Yeah. So that's being worked on. I went up there to design it the other day, and the dresses are stunning. And yeah, it's just all going full steam ahead at the moment. I can't believe it.
Oh, this is good. Okay, let's just do this then. So, as you said already, the big bit of your DVD and your fitness regime is about the 30-second bit, what you can do in your 30 seconds to get slim. So what I thought we would do is bring in Martin Evans, who regularly pops up on the wireless.
And I've been inspired by Josie, to be fair.
Good. Well, let's hope this continues.
Because I want to lose about 5 or 6 stone, and I reckon I can do it now.
Well, I tell you what, we've got 30 seconds now. Let's see what we can do. If we crank up a little bit of music, if we all stand up.
You're not going to get me doing star jumps, are you?
Well, you can. What do you want to do then? Chair exercise.
Do you want me to sit there and just
show me, Josie?
I've got my knee-high boots on.
Let me cue the music. Hang on a moment. Here we are. I like this song.
Come on then.
Here we go.
So you need a bit of floor space.
Cool.
Goodness me.
It's crouched down.
Okay, they're both crouching.
Hands on the floor.
Well, they were both crouching. I can tell you that Josie is crouching. I'm not quite sure. Martin's given himself a heart attack.
Are you all right, Martin?
Oh, you're getting there. I think you might have a heart attack.
Let's go then.
There was probably some form we were meant to have filled out at this point.
In and jump. Down. Legs out.
Josie is about 25 paces ahead of Martin.
Keep up, Martin. Come on.
Goodness me, suddenly I've joined an army fitness camp. Okay, take it easy on him. That must be 30 seconds at least. I think
I might need mouth to mouth.
This is absolutely no surprise. He needs mouth to mouth. Sit down a moment, Martin. Honestly, you're making me sweat, and I've done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing.
It's only 30 seconds, but
well, I think you might have done more than 30 seconds there. I think you've probably taken years off your life, and Martin's probably added a few to it. I should ask you both at this point, how do you feel, Martin?
I feel like a new man already now.
Really? What, you want a new man?
Well, no.
to replace your body, which is really exhausted. Josie, what about you?
I feel amazing. There's nothing better than those endorphins that we've just released there, Martin.
Oh, good.
Martin can't talk. Right, go away, calm down. Thank you very much, Josie. It's been really lovely to have you on the afternoon show. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All the best. I think you're doing a great job, and it is
thank you.
really good of you to come and share your story with us.
Cheers.
Right then, onwards to traffic and travel.